Hey y'all, so this is gonna be a real short video, like super short, because I tried to do it like 3 times and something has happened to my phone every time, like every single time. I've been doing videos on my laptop, but my webcam sucks. Like, I look horrible on my webcam. I don't have any color in my face. It's just horrible. So I decided I'd come on with my cell phone today. Well, I actually started doing this video yesterday. So I thought I would do it on my cell phone, and fucking cell phone just continued to die over and over again. So that's neither here nor there. But I did want to talk about the Iyana Fix My Life. I have on my pajamas. It's almost 1 o'clock. Fitbit. Let's see how many steps I've done. Oh, hold on. If it'll do right. Shit. It's being stupid. Oh, I forgot. It's after midnight, so it says 0 steps again. I think I did like 6,000 steps today. I don't know. My bun doesn't want to do right. I just can't get it together today, y'all. But the Iyana Fix My Life episode, the story that's the 7 brothers, crack addiction, you know, with the 7 kids. And I did take some notes. I'm gonna pull those mother suckers up real quick. So it's Michael Sr., which is the dad. I forgot the mom's name, but she's not important. Michael Jr., which is the son that's mentally delayed. Marcus, Mikhail, Marvin, Melvin, and is that it? Marcus Sr. Michael Jr., Marcus, Mikhail, Marvin, and Melvin. Yeah, that's all of them, because the one is deceased and the other one is in prison, doing 70 years for armed robbery. I'm gonna see if I can do some research on his cases, because I don't understand why at 16 he's doing pretty much life. Let's be honest, pretty much life for a black man behind armed robberies. It got to be some more to it than just armed robbery. So I'm gonna look into that, because my brother went to prison at 16 for armed robbery and he got 10 years. So I'm gonna look into it, because I want to know what all was behind that. Because I mean, that man went through so much as a child just to become not even an adult, become a teenager, and you know, the damn justice system stick you in prison for the rest of your life. It's ridiculous. So sad. It's a sad story, sad situation. I cried so much, like I needed tissue almost the whole time. It was ridiculous. I don't understand why people have children and don't feel like they have to be responsible enough to take care of them. I understand people go through things growing up or have hard lives, and like the dad said, he didn't have a dad there for him, and the mom said that her mom wasn't a good mom, or whatever the case may have been. But you knew that you were a broken person before you decided to have, with the mother, before you decided to have 8 fucking children. You knew that you had all these issues, and you knew that you weren't happy with yourself as an individual. Like, I went through a lot of stuff as a child. I went through a lot of stuff growing up, and it took me a long time to get past some of those issues and shit. To be honest, I still deal with some of them motherfuckers. I ain't gonna lie. But I had 2 children. I stopped at 2 because I didn't want any more. And I made it a point that the 2 that I had, I was never going to make them feel how I felt growing up. Because if you have so many issues as an adult because of what your parents did or did not do for you, you know how it feels to be abandoned and not loved. Why the fuck make 8 people and do the same shit to them? That makes you no better than your mother. Like, I don't want to hear you crying victim about what you didn't get and what didn't happen for you and who didn't love you, when you turn around and do it to 8 more motherfucking people. Like, absolutely unacceptable. You had a choice to have children. You had a choice. You knew how to make children and how not to make children. You had options. There is birth control, there's condoms, there is abstinence, there is adoption, there is abortion, hell, in extreme circumstances. So if you were just going to turn around and do to your children what was done to you, you're creating more broken, fucked up individuals. And you're going to sit in your victimization and say, well, I wasn't loved and nobody was there for me. And that's like bullshit. Get over it. Nobody told you to bring these children in the world and not be there for them because you had a sucky parent. Like, just keep passing the shit on, huh? I don't understand. And Marcus he has so much anger, and he has 4 sons, so he's following in his father's footsteps. He doesn't have any daughters. He has all boys, following in his father's footsteps, but he has so much anger and resentment inside of him from all of the trauma that he went through as a little boy and growing up, and, you know, feeling responsible for the stuff that happened to his little brothers, that he is a ticking time bomb. When he got into it with Melvin, you could tell, he was an angry person. Like, that wasn't like, you know how some people are like all bark and no bite for real. Like, some people just got a whole bunch of mouth. You could tell he's not one of those people. You could tell he is one of those people that will get right with you, because he was standing there talking to Iyana, and his eye was twitching, his nose was twitching, side of his lip. I said, that man crazy. When you are talking to a female and you are that mad that the whole side of your face is twitching, you can't tell me he ain't slapped a couple bitches in his life. You can't tell me he haven't. He done went upside a couple women head. He got problems. And it's sad. It's unfortunate. It's sad to see him carry so much guilt and so much responsibility for everything that has gone wrong in his brothers' lives. He feels more responsibility for the stuff that happened with his little brothers, that has happened wrong in his little brothers' lives, than his own father does. Which is so outrageous to me. Like, this man is sitting at the table and your children are telling you that they ran away from your sister, who was supposed to be raising them, getting paid from the state, because you couldn't take care of them. Because even though you don't want to admit it, you said you just couldn't take care of them. You were receiving government assistance, so you had a caseworker. Whatever happened and the caseworker took the kids, you was on drugs too. Let's be real about that. Because what man in his right mind would marry a woman, have 7 children with her, knowing that she is smoking crack, pregnant with his offsprings, and stays with her, continues to lay with her, lets her come back whenever she gets ready, and lays with her and has more children by her? Somebody that's living the same lifestyle. He may have been a functioning addict. He may have been an addict that was able to carry on and didn't have to go on binges or stay out and stay in crack houses or whatever, but he was on drugs too. So your sister was supposed to be raising your children, but she didn't give a damn. She didn't give a damn about them. So your sons are telling you that they done stayed in a car on a highway, somebody's broke down car on a highway before, and they didn't have jackets, and she asked you how that made you feel, and you said pissed off. Now Marcus feels guilty that they had to go through this, and you over there feeling pissed off. The fuck out of here. Pissed off. You ought to feel ashamed. You ought to feel a whole lot of shit other than pissed off, to be honest. Pissed off should be the last thing on the list. You mean to tell me that these children came from your body and you don't know what's going on with them? You don't know where they at, where they been, if they been taken care of, if they ate, nothing. You don't know nothing. Neither do this woman. What kind of parents are y'all? I don't get it. I don't get it. When people, that's what, I know I might get some negative comments on this what I'm about to say. And that's fine. That's fine. Everybody has their own opinion and the right to think what they think and the right to their own opinion. But I feel that this is the reason, with the pro-life and pro-choice argument, that this is the reason that there should be a pro-choice. Because if you are not going to take care of your children, if you are not able to handle that responsibility, why make them? Why make them? And let's be honest, yes, you can give children up for adoption. Yes, that's true. But celebrities love little black children. There are some people out here that like to just have little black children, but that's not like top priority on the list. Little black babies, like born with drugs in their, like, people are not just going like, I want to adopt a baby, and yeah, you can give me that little crack addicted baby that's gonna have mental delays. Like, that's not top on the list. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, and I'm not saying that people won't want to adopt a baby. That's not what I'm saying. Yes, there are people out there that are willing to accept a black baby or willing to accept a baby with mental challenges, but it's not going to be the first pick all the time. So sometimes those babies still get lost in the system. They still go into foster care. They still go through the system and get abused. So if you know that you're not going to do right by that child, why bring 7 children into the world to be hurt and be abused and used like this? Like, and in this particular case, yes, I'm glad that she brought these 7 stallions in the world. I'm glad that she brought these 7 beautiful men in the world and the beautiful young lady in the world, and that they were able to band together and figure it out and make it through life and become smart, strong individuals. Because hell, that's a testimony to a lot of people that have parents and, you know, making it through life and feel like that they didn't get enough. Look at these boys that didn't have anything, and look how far they made it. So I'm not saying that, but I'm saying in most cases, don't bring children into the world if you know that you don't want to take care of them. Like, why? They were no kind of parent. She was no kind of woman. He was no kind of man. And for her to say, yes, she knew that they slept in the car because they told her, like, I'm so confused on this. Like, and his sister, I won't smoke with that bitch too. I won't smoke with that bitch. You hear me? Because let me tell you something. I have 2 children. My daughter is 13 years old. You know, when they become teenagers, they start smelling themselves, right? So, and plus, she's a Leo, I'm a Taurus. A lion and a bull. It don't work out too well. We butt heads all the time. Now, yes, we butt heads. Yes, she is feeling herself. Yes, I am going to assert myself as the mother and let her know I'm not to be played with. She says that I'm her best friend and we talk about everything. And in that case, I love being her best friend on that note. But I also want her to know I'm not your friend. I'm your mother. And you will respect me as such. So when she get out of hand and start acting crazy, I put her back in her place. But, like, I don't care if we just got into it. I don't care if I'm hot mad with her. If it's cold outside and she walking out the door, I could have just wanted to hurt her dearly. I'm going to ask her where your jacket at. Because that's my child and that's what you do as a parent. Hell, not only just my kids. Like, hey, sometimes I feel like I'm the village mother. Because it's always, can I stay with TT? Can I go to TT's house? TT, can I come with you? I have everybody's children. I'm everybody's adopted CT. Like, most of the children that call me TT are not really my nieces and nephews. They just adopted me as their TT. And I take them. Parents are fine with me having their kids because they know that they not going to be mistreated. But I don't play. They're going to be well taken care of. They're going to get whatever they want. But they're not going to get out of line with me. And most parents say, you know she ain't going to play. You know if you go with her, she going to whoop you if you act up. So, even with other people's kids, I would never let a niece, a nephew, a friend's child walk out of my house without a jacket on. Never. So, you call yourself raising these children and getting a check for them, and they out. You don't know where they at. You probably ain't even go look for them, and they don't even have jackets on in the cold. The whole family was just fucked up. It's sad. It's unfortunate for kids to have to go through that. I hate to see people mistreat children. I hate to see it. I hate it so bad. My mother was on drugs till I was probably like 17 years old. And I lived with her until I was about 6 when I moved down to Georgia with my aunt. And I just... I always said, and I would ask her, like, how can you choose to do drugs over your children? It's a sickness. It's an addiction. It's not something I chose. I can't help it. Or you don't know what happened to me. You don't know what I went through. Just not too long ago, she told me, you need to watch the movie Precious and see that people had harder childhoods than you had. First of all, you don't know what I went through in my childhood because you weren't there. All you know about my childhood is what I told you. And I'm not a victim. I'm not about to go around talking about everything that happened to me. I'm not about to go around and be like, well, because you weren't there, such and such raped me and abused. Like, no, I made it. Guess what? I'm stronger and I made it. I'm alive. It's all good. So that's one thing. And you had child after child after child while you were in this so-called addiction. Like, you should have stopped laying down and making children if you knew that your mind was so gone to this illness and this addiction. You should have went and got your tubes tied or took some birth control, had a IUD, got on a birth control shot, something, if you knew that you didn't want to be a mother. Like, that's just how I feel about it. I knew that I didn't want to have any more children. I knew that 2 was enough for me. I have a boy and a girl. That's enough. I don't want no more. I knew that. My son is 9. My daughter is 13. I didn't have any more children because I was aware of what I wanted in life. I didn't have love growing up. I didn't have parents growing up. I had people that tried to stand there for my parents, but I went through a lot. I was broken down self-esteem wise, and turned out just fine. So as far as like the mother and the father in the situation, it's disgusting, and I just hate to see it. I'm glad that these young men were able to come together and come on the show. I hope that Marcus gets some real help. He needs anger management. He needs some counseling, and I hope he gets some real help, and that he's able to calm himself and apply that to his life and with his sons. Like, I think he needs some healing and some treatment, not just with himself and his brothers, but also with his sons, because I'm pretty sure he's put this anger off on them too. So I think it needs to extend with him as well. Michael Jr. doesn't even know what kind of disability he has. That's so unfortunate. Nobody knows what kind of disabilities he has. You can tell from talking to him that he has some mental disabilities, but nobody knows what kind. And as a parent, you had a child born with mental disabilities because of your drug doing and didn't even take the time to figure out what was wrong with them. Didn't even take the time to figure out what was wrong with them. My son was born with a club foot, a left club foot. That was the first thing I seen when I unwrapped him. First thing I saw was his club foot. He wasn't even 2 weeks old when he seen the orthopedist the first time. Like, and that wasn't something of my doing. So you mean to tell me you smoke crack and cause your son to have a mental delay and you didn't even check it out? It's disgusting. It is. I pray that this fix my life actually works out, and that it goes on long term. I'm gonna watch the next episode. I'm gonna come back. We're gonna talk about it again. I'll have some more memory on my phone. I might do it on my laptop because it's just easier, even though the quality will suck as far as the video, but I might do it because it's just easier for me. I don't have to hold my phone up and stuff. But yeah, that's just how I feel. I mean, y'all talk to me, tell me how y'all felt about the show. I'll holler because I'm tired. It's 12:30. I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to work in the morning, so